Right, hello there. My name is Michael Koch, martonvillage.com. I've got Paul Bimson here from BT Group, hello, and Joe Walsh, who you probably recognise from our last video I took back in February when BT announced that we were included within the winners of the BT Race to Infinity. And tonight we had a meeting which was attended by 3 representatives from BT, giving us an update, explaining what's been happening and what the dates for the rollout and everything will be. So, first question for Joe is in terms of dates, people here in Marton and in the other villages will be very interested in when they can expect the new BT Infinity products to be offered. So, when is all this going to happen?
Well, as we explained in the meeting, this is a process. It's not a one-hit date, because we're working across the 7 villages that feed the exchange, and we're doing a variety of different technologies that we're going to roll into the villages, and each of them has their own issues and delivery dates. So the first things that people will be seeing are the cabinets that have started to be stood up in Princethorpe, in Birdingbury and in Walton. Basically, that means, when I say stood up, that means they've been put there, they've been connected to the copper network, and they've got power there. They're what we call fibre to the cabinet. They'll be the first places where there's a request for service, they're ready for service. So my expectation is that from about March, you'll be able to, if you live in Princethorpe, you'll be able to order Infinity from BT Retail. Other areas like Marton, where there's a fibre to the premises component and an exchange-only lines component, they'll be later. So, as I say, we'll see this as a spectrum, really, of dates, and I think we'll be finished sort of July-ish time. So, I think we'll see the first people being able to order in March and the last sort of July-ish time.
Okay. Now, there's been quite a lot of work going on, and just hearing tonight what the
Can you edit that out? Sorry about that. That's all right. There's been a lot of work going on.
There's been a lot of work going on. I was really impressed, I have to say, by the amount of effort and everything that's been put in. It's fantastic, and I hope that in the future, Marton's going to be some sort of model. I reckon it's going to be some sort of model, and in the future, more rural areas can hopefully benefit from sort of a standard process. Paul, do you maybe want to sort of, I know that there was a lot of technical detail, but do you maybe just want to explain to the viewers what sort of major challenges and everything were here for Marton?
Well, I think that it's like when you go into any rural area, there are lots of uncertainties from an engineering point of view and what you need to do just to get out to people living in properties in more remote areas. And there's certain economic challenges for doing that as well. But I think that the wonderful opportunity for Marton is this is being done. The surrounding communities are also going to be linked in. So anybody who's connected through the exchange, through the fibre to the premises or fibre to the cabinet technology, as Joe just referred to, will be able to get service. That would be quite a unique position for the communities in this area compared to neighbouring communities elsewhere in Warwickshire, for example. I mean, the government is investing several £100 million in making it possible for infrastructure providers like BT to go into more of these rural areas and make that happen. But certainly that's going to take a considerable amount of time to do. And there's a lot of planning that's got to be done through open competitive procurement processes. But certainly for Marton and surrounding areas, they're really going to be one of the first. And as Joe referred to, any time from March of next year through to July, we'll be able to receive services, and that will be to everybody within the area. Yeah. So it's great news for Marton, and it's a unique opportunity for Marton to be able to tap into high-speed broadband services once they become available.
Fantastic. Yeah. I think the other thing I would say is that as we get into these rural areas, there are some particular engineering challenges, as Paul's highlighted. And Western, for example, has been one of those areas where you have a historic network architecture where most of Western is actually connected to Ethorpe. When the mental hospital was developed out and Same and Drive, the new estate was built there, they had their own cabinet. So they would potentially get better service there than the rest of Western. And so what we're doing is looking at what we can do. In fact, we've agreed that what we're going to do is re-engineer the network so that the whole of Western will get a good service.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking the opportunity to invest even more in the village to make sure that everybody gets something.
Yeah.
And similarly for Hunningham and for Leamington Hastings, they'll benefit very much from this programme.
Yeah. That was one of my main takeaways today as well, which I thought was great. That the major goal, or the main goal for this rollout always was to get as many people into a higher speed bracket as possible. And I think you now reckon it's what, 99.8% of people will see a higher speed.
We say, I think it's something like 99.8% of people will see speed increases, and I think that the majority will see a major speed increase rather than a minor.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's brilliant.
I think it's fantastic. I live in Marton, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's now the opportunities, once the service is ready and available, that villagers actually now subscribe and take the service.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where the real benefits come in. Usually we can put the infrastructure in the ground, it's ready and waiting, but it's until people start to use it and realise how beneficial it will be for people in the area working from home, who have children who are using online gaming, whatever, and just see an appreciable increase in speed.
Mm-hmm.
They will not want to go back to what they had before.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
can't imagine anything different. In terms of if people want to check up on if they can order a product and everything, the best thing to go is to go to the website?
The best site is to go to bt.com/infinity.
Okay.
There's a speed checker there, so when we announce that the cabinet is ready within the exchange, they'll be able to go there, see the speed that they're likely to get, and then they'll be able to order. If they can't find their number on there, it's because that cabinet hasn't been enabled yet. And as I said, it's not going to be on one date all cabinets will be enabled. It will actually be over a sequence of time. They can find all of the pricing, all of the availability on the bt.com Infinity website.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thank you.
I think we can wrap this now. Thank you very much for
Brilliant.
coming up to Martin here and just giving us an update. Thanks, Paul. Thanks,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Thanks.
All right.
See you again.
And see you